Let me ask you a question. When's the last time you laughed so hard that you couldn't even breathe? When's the last time you laughed so hard that you cried? For me, I make it a point each day in my life to do at least one of those things. And according to an article on WebMD by Morgan Griffin, last reviewed on April 10, 2008, studies have shown that laughter can help immune systems, lower blood sugar levels, and help blood flow through the body. Just because the United States is in a depression, it does not mean that we, as Americans, have to be depressed along with it. And with that being said, it is important, now more than ever, to find anything to laugh at, because laughter really is the best medicine. And by the time I am done with my speech, I am sure that all of you will agree that laughing every day can make you healthier and feel better. In my speech, I will tell you why people seem to frown more than they smile, the cause of this, the health benefits of laughing more often, and how you can laugh a little more every day. So what is the problem in the world today? The problem is that people don't laugh enough. And what are the causes of this? One of the main causes of why people aren't laughing is because the news and media show stories of tragedies and misfortunes. For example, an article in the Desert Sun written by Deborah Bruzeski on April 18, 2009, said that the unemployment rate in Palm Springs went from 9.8% to 10.3% in the last month. Now everyone's probably thinking, wow, that sucks. And now you're thinking about whether you have a job. For those of you that have a job, you're wondering, wow, what if I lost it? What if this happened? What if that happened? For those of you who don't have a job, you're thinking of, wow, life's been so hard lately. I don't have this, I don't have that, and so on and so forth. On the April 18th, 2009 issue of the Desert Sun, there are about 30 stories on negative news, 20 stories that invoke positive messages in news, and there are about 10 stories that are neither good nor positive. In today's world, it is hard to stay so positive when there are so many things to think about, but it's always a good idea to laugh a little each day. Another reason that people don't laugh as much is because of world affairs that are happening. According to an article in Air Force magazine, reported in February 2009. As of January 2009, the number of casualties in the Iraq War has reached a total of 4,229. So if people learn to laugh in spite of what's happening in the world, they'll see why it's good to smile rather than not, because in effect, what a lot of people don't understand is that laughter can help improve your health. An article on the website helpguide.org, last updated in September of 2007, with Leslie Lindemann, Gina Kemp, and Jeanne Siegel as writing contributors, said that laughter can lower blood pressure. When a person laughs, their blood pressure increases, but then decreases below normal. This causes oxygen-rich blood and nutrients to flow out throughout the body. In an article written by Julianne Kessner in the September 2008 issue of Prevention magazine, laughing regularly can help with your immunity. The T-cell antibodies, which fight infection, increase with laughter. A study done by Duke University, reported in the April 2009 issue of Shape magazine, reports that people with upbeat attitudes are more likely to have cancer-fighting habits, such as not smoking, exercising, and seeing a doctor regularly. The article from helpguide.org goes on to say that a sense of humor can improve brain functions and relieve stress. Laughter stimulates both sides of the brain, and it eases muscle tension and psychological stress, which keeps the brain alert and able to retain more information. Now that we've talked about the causes and effects of laughter, let's talk about how you can find ways to laugh every day. Mary Huntley wrote in the November 2009 issue of Creative Nursing, which she says, in the word self contains the word elf. She implies that we need to remind ourselves that there is a playful side to everyone and that once in a while it needs to be let out. An embarrassing moment or mistake can cause laughter, and if we open our inner elf selves, there is great potential to laugh at ourselves and at others. Laughing at our mistakes reminds us that we are human, and that once we laugh at ourselves, then we can teach others to do the same and make a connection. When all else fails, just remember that laughing is good for the soul in general. In an article called At Camp Living Springs, Laughter is the Best Tonic for Cancer Survivors, in the AHA News, Camp Living Springs is a camp that people who have been through cancer can go and just forget about their troubles for a couple days. The reporter interviews Carol Watson, a cancer survivor. She says that the camp's name should be Camp Laughing Springs because all you do is laugh. There's even a laugh yoga instructor there. Laughter is needed to help people forget about their problems sometimes. So if a person isn't laughing, then it can get harder and harder for them to connect with others, even when they've gone through something someone else has. You can find hilarity in anything, you just have to look. And with that, let's watch something to get you started laughing.
I'll never yet imagine me in a kilt.
Imagine you in a short flat skirt and new socks.
Want to start telling secrets? Now, remember, I'm still learning. One, two, three, four. You know the song. Sing along. So? No.
So class, we've talked about why people don't laugh because of how the media portrays the world, how laughter can benefit your health by lowering blood pressure, and how to laugh every day, which is just by finding anything funny. I hope this speech convinced you to laugh a little more every day. And remember, the next time your friend trips and falls, laugh at them, help them up, then laugh again. Thanks and have a wonderful day.